फेयर एंड स्क्वेयर ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹਾਂਗਕਾਂਗ ਗਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਅਫਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਇਬੇਰੀਆ, ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਉਹ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵਸੇ। ਬੌਬ ਸਿੰਘ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ਦੀ ਅਰਬਾਂ ਖਰਬਾਂ ਵਾਲੀ ਸਫਲ ਅਤੇ ਰੰਗੀਨ ਜੀਵਨੀ ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹਿਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਰੋਬਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਛੂਹਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਹਕੀਕਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਡੋਨਾ ਅਤੇ ਲਿਓਨਾਰਡੋ ਡੀ ਕੈਪਰੀਓ ਵਰਗੇ ਫਿਲਮ ਸਟਾਰ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਬਲੀਜ਼ ਥਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਆਂਢੀ ਨੇ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸਫਲਤਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹਾਸਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਬੌਬ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੇਅਰ ਐਂਡ ਸਕੁਏਅਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਅਰਬ ਖਰਬਪਤੀ ਜੇ। How does it feel to be a member of what they say the Billionaires Club?
You know, in Canada, there is no status like Billionaires Club. Everybody's kind of an equal society. So, kiri hero worshipping hundi hai na the Chandigarh te Punjab ch ke Arabpati or whatever. Okay, we don't have that. So, the only status I ever get as a billionaire is when Indian journalists interview me.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਚੋਂ ਤੱਲੇਵਾਲ ਪਿੰਡ ਬਰਨਾਲਾ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੱਲੇਵਾਲ ਪਿੰਡ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਜੇ। ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਪਿਛੋਕੜ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੋਗੇ ਜ਼ਰਾ?
My great-grandfather left Talewal 110 years ago.
Okay.
And he died in Canada in 1910. I think I'll give you rough numbers.
Okay.
And my grandfather migrated to Hong Kong. My father was born in Hong Kong, and I was born in Japan. And now people from Talewal in Canada, we have a member parliament from Talewal, Nina Grewal. We have a judge from Talewal, Banso Dillon. They're all my cousins, that's why I know them. And a lot of series of successful people all over the world from Talewal, from Liberia, West Africa, Japan, Hong Kong, and so forth.
Talewal ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਹਾਲੀ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਿਕ ਘਰ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਵਾ ਕੋਈ? I'm sure there are relatives staying in Punjab even now.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, I think my father's first cousin is still in Talewal, and I'm making a special trip to go visit him before I go back on this trip.
ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਗਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਤਲੇਵਾਲ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ, but this time I'm what you call making a special trip to go visit Talewal again. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਜੀ ਕਿ to come back to Chandigarh, Patiala, where my ancestral home is also, and Talewal. So
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਵਾ ਉਹ ਬਿਸ਼ਪ ਕਾਟਨ ਸਕੂਲ ਸਿਮਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਸਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਿਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ?
It was very Punjabi dominated, you know, North India. My parents were in Liberia, West Africa at that time. The schooling system wasn't that good. So they put me in Bishop Cotton for a small period of time, 3 or 4 years. Okay. And then they migrated from Liberia after the political instability of Liberia to Canada. And then I finished off my high school, undergrad, and my MBA in Canada.
Were you good in studies when you were in BCS?
No. I've never been good in studies. You know, this is the entrepreneurial blood in me. You know, entrepreneurs are very bad in studies, generally speaking, based on other case studies.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਿਕ ਨਾਮ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਵਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਆ। How did Navjeet Singh become Bob Singh Dhillon?
You know, it's a long story, but have you heard of the famous singer Bob Dylan?
Yes.
As a kid growing up, I used to play his songs on a guitar, so the name got attached to it at that time, and from a nickname, it translated all these years into Bob Dylan. But reality also is, I grew up at a time when Canada had a lot of racism, because Trudeau opened the gates, right? In 1969, it was open immigration policy. So hundreds of thousands of Punjabis came and changed the fabric of that country. And during that time, the adjustment period was very rough for kids like me growing up. So I would be a total hypocrite if I didn't tell you it was also anglicizing the name to be part of mainstream Canadian. So, but how the name came out was the reason of Bob Dylan.
So Bob Dylan, you mentioned about him. So do you still sing? Should we get a guitar?
On the next show, I'll bring my own guitar from Canada and we'll sing.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਿਪਿੰਗ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਸ਼ਿਪਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੀਅਲ ਏਸਟੇਟ ਵੱਲ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਆਏ?
Canada, you see, my father was in Japan, Hong Kong, Liberia, which was trading outposts. And Canada, there's only 2 businesses in Western Canada where I come from. I'm talking at a big level. There's real estate and resources. I don't know if you know, the city I live in, or the state I'm in, has more oil, second biggest oil reserves after Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
And we have all the resources like you can think of. We can feed the world in oil, diamonds, minerals, potash, uranium. You name it, we've got it. So the demand of India and China in the commodities has created a boom in Western Canada. So I was at the right place, the right time, and the right business. The best business would have been resources, but the next best was real estate. So,
is it true that you started off from by buying 2 houses और ਉੱਥੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ 18000 ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਡਾਲਰ ਕਮਾਏ ਔਰ 18000 ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਡਾਲਰ ਅੱਜ ਅਰਬਾਂ ਖਰਬਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਦਲ ਗਏ?
You know what? Just like every immigrant who came to Canada, they came with $8 in pocket. So, and गाने लिखे हुए हैं कि पंजाबी सिंगरां ने कि ਅਸੀਂ $8 लेके आए हैं. So we came with nothing from Liberia, and yes, the compounding effect of that $8,000 is now the company's financial statements came out is in excess of $1 billion.
In fact, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ company it has not only done well amongst the Indians. I think you actually broken the glass ceiling, and your company is listed as one of the leading companies of Canada.
Yeah,
how did you manage all that?
Well, a little bit of luck and hard work and doubling. The way we say it in Canada, we kept doubling our bets for the last 8 years, and finally it paid off. What you're referring to is we were the 10th best performing company.
That's right.
On the Toronto Stock Exchange for 2011. And as a CEO from Punjabi heritage, I don't think there's any other CEO. So there was no Punjabi companies to compare. But what it did make is all the other companies were resource-based companies. So resource-based companies with high commodity prices have these quantum leaps in appreciation in commodity prices, translates in cash flow, translates in increase in equity prices. But we were a real estate company nestled between these resource-based companies, and we outperformed everybody else, so which was a great feather in our cap.
So what is your business model? Do you buy old houses, refurbish them, and then sell them, or do you set up new houses?
Our business model is not houses at all. It's apartment buildings, very large in size, and the 30-story buildings and so forth, which don't even exist in Chandigarh. Some in New Delhi and so forth. So, ऐसी ना पुरानी buildings लाके we make them brand new.
Okay.
So, and that's we have very sophisticated branding techniques, and we brand our property, we increase our rents, we provide them a level of service that is non-existent in our segment of apartment. We are the second largest company in apartment buildings in Canada, and among Indians, we are the probably biggest in the world. There is nobody else who has like 10,000 flats.
Very creditable. But are you only concentrated in a few cities, या Canada ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ property?
Canada ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗਾਂ ਜੀ. If you go into a website, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ it's ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ emails ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ from Punjab, especially from Talewal region. He says, they email me all the time. We respond back. Yeah, we're in every city. Our business model is very simple. We buy distressed properties, we add value in what we call Main Street value chain, and we increase the value in the cash flow in an 18-month cycle. And then we keep all our buildings, we don't sell them.
That means ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਰਥਿਕ ਮੰਦੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਘਬਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ. But I think you are not bothered by recession. I think you take advantage of recession.
But if you look at the true businessmen like Warren Buffett, Tolakis, globally, you only make money in recession. You don't make money in a booming environment. मैं रिसेशन उਡੀਕ ਰਿਹਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਕਦੇ ਰਿਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਐਟਲੀਸਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਲੈਣ ਜੋਗੇ ਹੋਈਏ.
ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਤਵਾਦ, ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ, ਨਸਲਵਾਦ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ?
Yeah, me also. ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ we all faced racism, my parents, me, my brother, and but Canada is very unique in all over the world. You could be third generation German, third generation Japanese. Okay. You'll never be Japanese, right? The fabric, the country has changed. The fabric of the country has changed in every level. So it's not we are immigrants. We are mainstream Canadians, and they don't look at us as immigrants. Now it took a generation or two to have this effect.
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦਾ ਮਾਡਲ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਮਾਡਲ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ?
Business model is very simple. We take an old diamond in rough and we polish it up, and it becomes beautiful diamond, and we increase our rents because we give them a level of service that is non-existent. We are like the Holiday Inn Express of apartment buildings. We provide them service, provide him renovated suites. We provide him 24-hour security, cameras, whatnot. We provide him something that is non-existent. You're almost living in hotels, but 1,200 square foot units. We have townhouses, concrete high-rise. In certain areas like Edmonton, where all the oil is, we own the whole of downtown. We have like 70 buildings in downtown Edmonton.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇਜ਼ ਦੀ ਪਲੇਸ ਫॉर ਦੀ ਫਿਊਚਰ what made you say that?
It's common sense, actually. It's when we have the resources of the world. It's an open country. It's a country built by immigrants, right? We have all the oil. The next wars are going to be fought over water. We have all the water. A place like Manitoba has got 10,000 lakes. We have everything. It's just we need people there. And now immigration policies are loosening up. And as you know, we have a Canadian embassy here. Immigration minister comes here all the time. They're loosening up. They're bringing in skilled workers. And in the skilled worker category, I think there's going to be another influx of Punjabis who will migrate to Canada.
ਕਦੀ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ?
I was one of the 5 people who came with Prime Minister Harper 18 months ago.
Right.
And I made a lot of presentations. And, 30% of the GDP in developed countries is real estate, direct, indirect real estate investment, development, construction. And you get there with institutional capital. And how do you get institutional capital is by changing your laws. Okay. We have certain, dinosaurs laws you have here in Landlord Tenancy Act, ownership rights, land title system, repatriation of capital. Till you don't change this, you will not get serious institutional capital where Chandigarh should look like Shanghai. Or it shouldn't look like what it is. Sure, you're very happy that your prices have gone up, but it's not gone up because of real demand and supply. It's gone up because of other issues which we all aware of. It's lack of planning. It's black money. It is NRIs coming and invested. So that's not real economy, right? If you want real economy, you got to change the laws and bring in what you call institutional capital and provide housing to the low middle class people. At the way your real estate prices are going, you'll never be able to buy real estate here. So your only export out of India would always be people and brain drain. So you got to reverse the brain drain, and you're doing it at a certain level with IT parks and whatnot. I met a lot of reversal of brain drain and people coming back, setting up shop here.
So ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਜਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੁਣ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ?